Father. Tell me a story.
Oh, all right. Go and get your storybook.
No, not one of those. A real story.
A real story.
Yes. Tell me about when you were a boy.
Well then, I shall have to take you back with me a long way in time.
And welcome to another Battles of WHF Battle Report. This is 4,000 points of Force of Chaos, me, versus 2,000 points of Orcs and Goblins and 2,000 points of Stark Elves. My two friends I also played last time, where it was a 2,000 point game, and they had 1,000 each. My army list will be, well, I'll say it in the next picture where you can see the battlefield lineup, and we're just playing a normal game battle line. Alright, so here you see the armies after deployment. So from left to right, Warriors of Chaos army. I have 9 Siege Knights, and sorcerer weapons, Mark of Siege, command, and a blasted standard. In that unit, there's also an exalted hero, Mark of Siege, Chaos Steed, is a battle standard bearer, Dawnstone, Help of Many Eyes, Halberd, Burning Body. So he is 2-up rerollable armor save, and he has got always strikes first, stupidity, and flaming attacks, and strength 6 with 4 attacks. Behind them are 3 Skull Crushers, the Brazen Reapers, and they have sorcerer weapon, standard bearer, gleaming pennant. To their right is Chimera with regenerate and flaming breath, so a strength 4 breath weapon. Then to that right is a Hell Cannon, the Doom Engine. In front of that is 5 Warhounds, and to their left is 20 Mark of Slaanesh warriors with halberds. In that unit, as you can see, is a level 4 sorcerer with the Law of Shadows, Talisman of Perseverance. In short, he has 4 ward save, he has a Power Stone, and a Crown of Command, so the entire unit is stubborn. He's got spells from Law of Shadow, the signature spell, number 2, 5, and 6. To their right is 18 warriors with Mark of Corn and additional hand weapon. And they also have a level 2 sorcerer with a Chaos Familiar and Law of Fire, Enchanted Shield, and Dispel Scroll. He's got the signature spell, number 2 and number 6. Then to behind them is a Demon Prince with a Demon of Corn, Chaos Armor, Demonic Flight, Soul Feeder, Scaled Skin, Charm, Shield, the other Trickster's Shard. So he has 1-up armor save, ignore first hit on a 2-up. He has 5 ward save, and he makes the opponent reroll successful ward saves. And he's got flying. To his right is 5 Warhounds, and to their right is 5 Marauder Horsemen, Throwing Exorcist, and Mark of Slaanesh. And behind them is 18 Chaos Warriors, also with the Mark of Corn, and Shield and Banner of Eternal Flame. Oh yeah, and the Corn Warriors with additional hand weapons have the Banner of Swiftness. Okay, so to the right of the Shield Corn Warriors is the Indomitable, my other Hell Cannon. Sorry about that. Indomitable. And to the right of that Hell Cannon is the Gorby's Chariot, with a Mark of Corn, and then a Spawn with Mark of Slaanesh. So that's the Warriors of Chaos army. On the opposing end, also from left to right, you see 10 Dark Shards with the command group and shields. To their right is 40, I believe, Dread Spears, and they have a BSB and a command group. And maybe also the standard of discipline, I'm not sure. But 40 Dread Spears with command and BSB. Just behind them you can see a level 2 Dark Elf Sorceress, and to her right, in front of her, is a Reaper Bolt Thrower. To the right of that, what mistakenly looks like a squig on a square base with 3 goblins is a Spear Chugger. And to the right of that, behind the forest, is 10 Dark Shards with a command group and shields. To their right is a level 2, there's a Goblin Chariot and a level 2 Orc Shaman, who's got the Foot of Gork, or Gork's Warpath, can it be upgraded too, and another spell. And to the right of them is 40 Black Orcs with Grimgore Ironhide. So that's the Weapon Skill 5 Hatred Black Orcs with Grimgore. So that's pain for me. Then he's got, to their right is 40 Night Goblins with 3 Fanatics, and then there's a level 3 Goblin Wizard with some Goblin spells, you know, poison, armor piercing, not that much compared to what you could have. Then there's a Doom Diver, another, Squig Chugger. Behind them is a Dreadlord on a dragon with a great weapon. And 4 ward save. Then there's a Hydra, a Cold One Chariot, and 40 more of the Night Goblins with the 3 Fanatics. So that's the game. About the terrain, the hills are just normal hills. The rocky slopes on them are dangerous terrain if you pass over it. So if you go through it. So if you just move along the side of it and touch some of the rockiness, it's not dangerous. It's going up the side or down. The forest is a normal forest, and that broken pillar to the right in the center is just a normal obstacle. And I think we said that the ground around it are dangerous. As for the roads, the Orcs and Goblins and Dark Elves go first. And they start out with slamming, they don't move at all. And in the magic phase, they get 10 power dice and I get 7 dispel dice. He tries to cast Foot of Gork, which it dispels, and then he casts Edbot, but fails the range with a level 2 Orc Wizard. Against my level 4, it's 46 range and he fails it. No, it's a different range, but he casts it but fails the range. As for shooting, as you can see here, the Doom Diver takes aim and starts the game with taking out 4 of my Corn Warriors with additional hand weapons. Then the Spear Chugger keeps track of that and takes out 2 of the mounted the Marauder Horsemen. And that was it. So it was a very soft first turn. In my turn 1, I move as such. As you see here, the Chimera is supposed to go up and eat war machines. The Hounds are supposed to release some Fanatics or something over there. And the other Hounds are supposed to do the same. The Demon Prince, I accepted that I'll just have to draw out Fanatics with him because I don't want shooting more shooting at him than I need to have. That ignores armor saves and kills him. So I'll just accept that 3 Fanatics will be coming at him and charging him at most likely war machines, or if stuff moves up, we'll see. I'm not afraid of the dragon either. In shooting, or in magic, I get 8 dice and they get 5, and they dispel Pit of Shades on the Black Orcs, too bad. But I get off Flamestorm, and it kills 4 Black Orcs. So yeah, it's scattered a little, and toughness 4, strength 4, you know, 6 up armor save left. It's fine. And then the Hell Cannon takes aim in the shooting phase. That's the Doom engine, the red one. And it misfires. And when a Hell Cannon misfire, you will on the Hell Cannon misfire chart, and if you roll a 6, it counts as a central hit, where everything under the template is hit with strength 10 instead of strength 5. Still only the center hole that is d6 wounds, but yeah, you can see the results here. It cut the Black Orc unit and cut a third of it off. So that was nice. Always trust the Hell Cannon. You know, when they make those hits and they do it before a close combat, it's just golden. Hell Cannon. Okay, except for that, the other Hell Cannon shoot at I think it was the dragon. It scatters a long way to the right, and it kills a lot of goblins. There were 40 here, now there's 27. And they make that panic test, and the Black Orcs are immune to psychology. So, this is what it looks like at the end of the entire turn 1. Turn 2. The Goblin Wolf Chariot on the right flank, from my point of view, charges the Warhounds, and I choose to flee with them, and then he redirects into my Chimera. I'm a little worried about that, because impact hits are strength 5 even from a very cheap Goblin Chariot, so it could put some wounds on them, and if I'm really unlucky, it could actually kill it with only 4 wounds. Except for that, he moves up like this. The archers move up, and the dark shots. Yeah, actually, the dark shots and the dread spears move up as well. And this is what it looks like on this flank. The Hydra moves up a little, and so does the Cold One Chariot. And we go to magic. Yeah, you can see it here. They got 11 dice, and I got 6. And he cast Gork's Warpath. And a double 6 is it. So, ouch. The miscast does nothing because if you noticed before, the Orc Shaman is not in his unit. So he rolls a 7 and nothing happens. And I lose 5 knights. Scattered a little, made a few ward saves. So, still quite a toll for one spill. Then he continues on a 4 up. And he puts it right over my Halberdier unit. Luckily it scatters a lot and only hits 1, and he doesn't wound him. So that was nice. In the shooting phase, he he misfires with both his right flank war machines. So the Spear Chugger and the Doom Diver cannot shoot this turn. Whew, that's nice. So my my Demon Prince gets a free turn, so to speak. Except for that, and I just shut down over here. So I think it's to his war machines after he learned that I have the Blaster Standard. And then another knight is shut down by the archers in the furthest corner of the table to the right. So there's 2 knights and a BSB left. That's just not a lot. Over here, 5 Warhounds are reduced to 2 when the front line of his unit can see them. And I think we did that wrong. Maybe everybody in the unit can shoot if the front rank can shoot, but they were the only ones within range, so we played it like this, and it makes sense. And in the close combat, the Chimera just kicks butt. So it soaks everything he throws at it with his ward save and toughness, or I mean its regen, and then it just with the 6 plus D3 strength 6 attacks decimate the chariot. So it was really good for me. And in my turn, it charges the Reaper Bow Thrower. So it only got 1 turn of shooting. That was a relief. Over here, my Demon Prince of Khorne charges the Hydra that moved up. And that releases Fanatics, which I was aware of. And he gets hit by some. They move through him from the unit to the furthest right of the board for me. I'm sorry about that. Before with the archers, or the dark shots, they were to the left. And they pass through him, and he rolls like 4 in total, and the charm shield and toughness and armor save and stuff. He takes no wounds, and moves straight into the Hydra. And over here, I didn't show that. The chariot charges his chariot, and that was done before my Demon Prince charged. So that means his third fanatic from that unit, they actually run it through his own chariot, or the Dark Elf player's chariot, so they're sure to hit mine, because it's a lot further away if they were supposed to just hit mine. And they roll a 1 for the hits on his chariot, and 6 for me, so that was a gamble that really paid off. And of those 6 strength 5 hits with toughness 6, they put 3 wounds on it. And they only do that 1 wound to his. So that was annoying, and I have 2 wounds left, and he has 3. I then move my horseman up to release the rest of the fanatics, because I realized that no matter what I do, he can release them in the direction he wants to. So the horsemen are killed, and my Demon Prince is surrounded by fanatics, and that is not nice. But I'm thinking, 1 up armor save, 1 ward save, and they have to actually go that way as well. So that it's dangerous, but he should make it. Then we go to the shooting phase. My 1 remaining hill cannon that can shoot, because when you roll a 6 and it does that super hit, it can shoot for the rest of the game. It aims at the dragon, and it scatters off and kills a bunch of goblins. So that could, for a scatter, it's still pretty fine. In the magic phase, he scrolled my Pit of Shades, so that didn't go off. And it's a bit of a weave off my the Indomitable, the Hell Cannon, shooting some Doomfire at some goblins that make the leadership. And yeah, in close combat over here, the Chimera, it overruns after killing the both row crew, and this as well, it'll enter for the next turn. The Demon Prince does 1 wound, I think, to the Hydra, and my chariot against his, they impact hits, and a total of 9 strength 5 attacks does 1 wound against toughness 5 and 3 of armor save. So that's not impressive. And I win the combat, but he's within range of his general on the monster, and is fine. Then we go to the Orcs and Goblins, turn 3. And 2 of the fanatics go through my Demon Prince. They make 11 hits, and they wound 9 times. And this is not notes, I can remember this, even though it's like a month back now, or maybe more. And 9 wounds, and a little worse than average luck on my save rolls kills my Demon Prince. So that's just a pain. And there's a fanatic left up there. Ouch. I'm glad he was my level 4. Over here, my my BSB, he moves out of the night unit because I'm suspecting that it'll get killed. Or he did that last turn, and then this turn his Dread Spears charges the 2 remaining knights. My BSB is to the right of this picture, not behind the forest. So they charge my knights, and then we go to magic. And he got 12 dice, and I got 6. And he doombolts my skull crushers to no effect, luckily. And then he cast Warpath, and I failed to dispel it with my dice. I forgot I had the dispel scroll this game. That was so man. And it scatters here. He puts it right on top of my corn and shield unit, and scatters and kill only 1. So that's nice. Then he puts it on my I think it's the same unit actually, and it scatters off again. Whew. So that's 1 4-up he rolled to make it continue, so second stomp. Then he rolls 4 up again for the second time, and it stomps down a third time on my Hell Cannon after scattering off my Halberdier unit, so I'm pretty lucky here. Well, unlucky in that he continues, and lucky in that it does nothing. The Hell Cannon doesn't take a wound. It's toughness 6. And for those who don't know, that foot is a template. Everything under it is hit by a strength 6 no armor save hit. Then he rolls another 4 up, and he hits my halberdiers. It scatters a little. It kills 6 guys. So that hurts. Then he tries to hit my Corn Warriors with shields again, and this time it's a central hit, and 9 dies. The guy standing up is also dead. So it's starting to really hurt. And then he stumps them again just for good measure, and there's 2 left. Oh, so that's 16 Chaos Warriors with shields and Mark of Corn, and 6 Chaos Halberdiers in one spell. At least he finally rolls below a 4, and it's a 1, so I get to choose who is hit. And that will obviously be his Black Orc unit, and 8 Black Orcs bite it. If I could choose, I'd still prefer the spell hadn't gone off, but it's a small comfort. So we go to shooting after that, and he kills 3 of my additional hand weapon Corn Warriors. And this is what it looks like after his magic and shooting phase. Yeah. 3 full units of warriors are reduced to 1.5. Oh, the pain. Anyway, over here in close combat, he springs an assassin on me. So he ends up in a challenge with my knight champion, and my champion survives the challenge, and in total I win the combat. My other knight and his horse does 2 wounds to the unit. Or well, I don't win, but I stay. I stay in the combat. 2 wounds, and a banner, 1, 2, 3 ranks, and a banner, and a charge. It sees me lose by 1, I think, and I make it. So that's beyond all hope. Really lucky on my part. And that's a leadership role to make it. So, on this side of the table, the right side, my chariot finally mans up and kills that chariot there, and turns to face his Hydra. So that's really nice. I did that in my turn. Oh, and by the way, I got the enfeebling foe off in my magic phase, and I think that was. I also tried to cast Pit and Sword of Ruin and Fireball, and they were all dispelled. But the enfeebling foe goes off, and I think that's because I cast it on their Dread Spears. And that's nice. Lesser wounds against my guys means lesser failed armor saves. And I even thought about this. I really should have cast it on the Black Orcs because my 2 central units were right in front of them, or close enough. And Black Orcs are so much more nasty. But then again, he might have dispelled it then. So yeah. So it goes off on the Dread Spears. And in the shooting phase, my 1 remaining hill cannon, or my hill cannon that can still shoot, rolls a misfire and rolls a 5. So once again, a misfire proves to be very good for me, because a 5 makes my hill cannon that's also a monster in close combat move forward. So it moves, well, I roll a 13, but it only moves 6 because it's stopped by my own men in front of it there. And in close combat, my chariot charges the War Hydra, and before they even gets to strike, I kill it off. Yeah. Oh man, Gorby's chariot with Mark of Corn, it's not a joke. My BSB, who was behind the forest, he also charged the Dark Shards that had moved up, and he kills 2 of them, and they're still steadfast on stay. And in this combat here, I think you guessed it. My Crushers, this is my turn, yeah, we skipped into it. I'm sorry about that. I don't think I said when it happened. But they charge into the Dread Spears, obviously, and my Knight Champion is killed in the challenge. But this is what it looks like at the end of the battle. Yeah. Now his Lord and the Dragon is up there behind the archers to the right, so they are within his 18-inch range with leadership. So they are steadfast and they have leadership 10, and I get the BSB, so he's dead. That's really nice. But except for that, they lose some guys and stay in combat. And this is what it looks like at the end of turn 3 in the game. And yeah, my wife just entered the room, so if you hear any background noise, it's just her being here. I mercifully accept her presence. Okay. Anyway, Orcs and Goblins turn 4. The Black Orcs, now, they charge my Slaanesh Halberdiers. And I moved up in the last movement phase, so I thought they would have to charge both units, both the Corn Warriors with additional hand weapons and the Halberdiers. But no, he can, like 1 or 2 millimeters of gap between them when he wheels to charge, he gets past my Corn Warriors, and I just know that now that unit is gone. Now my sorcerer, he has the Crown of Command, so they are stubborn. So if they survive, they will hold on a, I think, leadership 8, I guess. Oh, they have the standard discipline, so that's 9. But that's my hope. I know they're gone, I just hope they stay in the combat. And also his dragon, he could see my Skull Crushers, I know when I charged, but still, that's what Skull Crushers are supposed to do, so I charged anyway. And in this turn I get the punishment, as I knew I would. He charged my Skull Crushers, and well, it's dragon with a Dread Lord, it's just gonna hurt. And this is what the center of the board looks like, just to give you an idea of, yeah, that you keep the overview. Yeah. So that was pretty much it for that turn. And I got no spells off in my turn before. Oh, sorry about that, because it's his turn. And he gets off Warpath with double 6s. And he, you know, my corner unit is now reduced to 4 guys, a champion, a command group, and 1 guy, and then the 2 sorcerer. So that hurts. And that, no, that's not a character lying there. I just used him as a, well, as a guy to fill the unit because it looks good. And then he stumps my Hell Cannon and he doesn't wound it. It does, by the way, does D3 wounds, that spell, so that's why he tried it, but it didn't wound. And he also keeps rolling those 4-ups and he scatters off my chariot. So that was nice. With 2 wounds left, I know it's pretty much dead when it's holding right there on the run in front of the war machines, but at least it'll soak up that shooting instead of that shooting going into something else. And that's exactly what it does. It is demolished by the Doomdiver and the Spear Chugger that both hit it. And over here, my spawn that moves really slowly is shut down by the Goblins, and I think they had poison on them or something. Oh yeah, and there's also an a Goblin Big Boss in that unit. It's down to 1 wound. Over here, in close combat, the Dragon and the Dread Spears just goes nuts on my unit. Now, as you can see, I do a lot of casualties to them as well, and I actually only lose by 1 in total. And I roll a 7 on the leadership, as you can see there, and I stay in combat. So, well, that's pretty nice. At least I keep them up, so they can't just fly around. And my Hell Cannon that couldn't shoot, I've moved that up, so I think I'm around. And it's a good distance, but I am within what is possible. So I'm hoping that I get lucky with that. And over here, my Exalted Hero, the Battle Standard, kills 3 more Dread Spears, so they are barely still steadfast. Really annoying. And here, in this combat, Grimgor and his Black Orcs just goes ahead, and they kill all but my champion, who was in a, by the way, in a challenge with his champion. And Grimgor, he was in a challenge with my sorcerer, because I thought a 4-up ward save, and Grimgor only has 5 attacks. You know, I know he rerolls to hit and stuff like that, but it's a pretty decent chance, actually, that I'll win that. So, no, I'm sorry, I wasn't in a challenge with him. He killed the first 3 guys alone. Or 4. So I got that champion and the sorcerer left. And luckily I hold with my stubborn. So that's something. But I'm still, at this point, I'm actually considering really strongly to concede the game. Because I have these 2 units here are reduced to what you see. My other big warrior block are reduced to 2-man, the one with shields. His dragon has destroyed my skull crushers, and my knights are dead, and I don't even have the chariot left anymore, and my demon prince died turn 1. Then I have 2 hell cannons, one of which you can't shoot. That's what I have left. They still have Grimgore and well, enough black orcs and the dragon. That's the most dangerous thing there. So I'm like, I don't have anything left. I got like 10 warriors in total left, 2 hell cannons, and 1 skull crusher in close combat with the dragon. So yeah, but I didn't concede. I thought no matter what, I'm gonna give them this one more turn to mob me up and let them enjoy that, and then I'll call the game. So we go into turn 4, and my hell cannon it misfires and eats D3 Kuru on a roll of a 4, and it only eats 1, so that's nice for a misfire. My Chimera, I move it over here, and it was a very long charge, so instead of probably failing that, I just moved it up, used its Flaming Breath, and it kills off a lot of the goblins. So it actually kills so many goblins, it even makes its points back with a Flaming Breath, the 30 points it costs. So, woo! And over here, my in close combat, my exalted hero, he finally makes them the dark shots flee, overruns, and hits the goblin spear chugger. So that's nice. And over here, after magic, or in the magic phase, I get off Enfeebling Foe. And I get it off on the Black Orcs. And they try to dispel it, of course, and they use the scroll. And I roll a 3. So the Black Orcs are strength 1, and Grimgore are strength 3. No, he's strength 4. So that's incredible. That's I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna stay alive one more turn now, actually. And I also get a Flaming Sword of Ruin on my Corn Warriors, the 3 remaining guys there, and the Sorcerer. So I actually have a chance to survive this turn before he dispels it in the next, I think. And I challenge Grimgore with my Sorcerer Lord, and I know it'll wear off that spell. He can just dispel it next turn, but still. Then my champion is not killed, or I'm sorry. Yeah, we go to close combat. In close combat, I kill like this. I kill these 5 Black Orcs, and my champion is not killed, and I lose none of my guys. So I win by a lot, but he's still steadfast, so he stays. I really, really hoped he would have failed that roll. I think it leaves ship 9 with Grimgore. Otherwise, if he had rolled a 10, 11, or 12, he would have fled, and I might have run him down. I might have run Grimgore down, while he still had some Black Orcs left, and I had like 4 warriors and 2 sorcerers against him. That would have been awesome. But he stayed, so yeah. Anyway, over here, my Hell Cannon makes its charge. I think I needed to roll a 9, I'm pretty sure of that, and I rolled it. So, it goes into close combat and holds up the dragon. So it's not free to move around. And also, because it was in corner to corner, the dragon, it was in corner to corner with my Juggernaut, then my Hell Cannon is also corner to corner with his Dread Spears. And this is what it looks like. He inflicts, I think, 1 or 2 wounds on the Juggernaut that it had left, and 1 on the Hell Cannon. And I do all those wounds. So I win the combat with the charge as well. And his Dreadlord is not steadfast. So he flees and leaves my Hell Cannon to stomp his remaining Dark Dread Spears to death. I mean, I really love when that happens. I think it's a little stupid game mechanic that something that powerful flees just because normal man dies. It could be good to house rule some stuff about big monsters not being afraid of infantry or cavalry dying. But, well, we haven't done that yet. So he flees, and my Hell Cannon is free to wreak havoc on these feeble elves. And we go to turn 5. Now, I think, yeah, we do some measurements, and what is this? I think this is his level 4 sorcerer that moves out of the unit. I think he moved into it to protect it last turn. So he ends up standing there. And over here, this is what they move like. So his dragon is watching my BSB there. And, well, that's not nice. So I'll have to overrun off the board to stay alive, pretty much. Over here, in the magic phase, they get off Doombolt with the level 2, and that's irresistible and nothing happens. Oh yeah, the level 2 loses a level, but we are in turn 5, and that's a Chimera, and it takes 3 wounds. I think I made, yeah, it makes 4 wounds on it, and I only make 1 save on the 4 regen, and no of my 6 of armor saves, so it hangs on by a thread. So, I mean, charging the flank of those goblins all of a sudden don't look so interesting anymore. I mean, it's just 1 wound that I don't save, and then I lose a lot more than those goblins are worth. And the goblins also shoot a dog, and then the Doom Diver tries to shoot my Hell Cannon and misses by a lot, even with its yeah, even though it can correct itself. And my hounds flee, by the way. In close combat, or in magic phase, actually, that leads to the close combat, they try to dispel enfeebling foe, obviously, and they take enough dice that just not this should get it done is like, you're really sure to get it done. And they roll horribly. So Grimgore and his Black Orcs are still at strength 1/4. And that's just, this is just incredible. And I still have Flaming Sword of Ruin on as well. So, oh, this is good. Oh, this is so good. And as you can see here, I kill 5 more Black Orcs, and so they're not steadfast anymore. And once again, I lose nothing. Grimgore does a wound to my sorcerer, and that's it. So, when I win with what I killed 5, and I have a flank and a banner, and he did 1 wound and he has a banner, so he lost by 3. So he has to make his leadership test on a 6, and he's not within range of his BSB. That's in the Goblin unit over there next to my Chimera. So Grimgore flees. Grimgore flee from 4 Chaos Warriors and 2 Sorcerers, who are not combat sorcerers, and is run down like a little scared orc boy. And I overrun into his sorcerer, level 2 sorcerer with Warpath. It's way too late to get him killed now, but well, better late than never. But he has done his damage though. So that was, I mean, playing that 1 extra turn, that I was so sure I had lost that game, and then they don't dispel Fear Enfeebling Foe, and that's just pure luck for me, or unluck for them. They rolled the dice, and I kill Grimgore, and all of a sudden this game looks wide open. I mean, there's a dragon, but it can only take care of so much at a time, and I have so little left that no matter what he kills, it doesn't make that much of a difference. So, whoa, Enfeebling Foe. Okay, over here, the Hell Cannon kills the assassin and a bunch more of Dread Spears, and they are barely still steadfast and stay. And my Exalted Hero, he kills the crew on the Spear Chugger, and he overruns off the table. Whew! Ha! That was nice, so the dragon is not going to kill him. And then we go to my turn 5. And here you see a, because everything is either in close combat or too far away from stuff. So here you see a Hell Cannon scattering 10 inches off the dragon that I tried to shoot. And it barely misses the sorceress. So that's too bad. Over here, you see how I moved up with the Corn Warriors after killing off his sorcerer, or I mean shaman, on the overrun. And over here you see my Hell Cannon actually not killing that much, but still breaking their steadfast. And I don't remember if it didn't run them down actually. So they made it. They made their leadership test. And in his and then my Chimera charged his level 3 wizard and killed him. Because he would have just ran off the table anyway, so he just took the charge and crossed his fingers. You know, hope for crazy luck. Which is better than certainly running off the table. So that was my turn 6. Just shooting in close combat because spells were shut down. And in his turn 6, he moves. He takes his 10 dark shots on his far left of the board. And he shoots 20 shots at my level 4 sorcerer with 2 wounds left, 4 of armor and 4 of ward, and kills him. So right here, this last turn to do something, he just kills a, what was it, 370 point level 4 sorcerer. Oh man. I mean, even with the dragon, I still think I was pretty much ahead, because I have 2 hell cannons who are 210 points each, and we count points per killed model because it doesn't make sense to count for an entire unit when there's only 3 left or something, like here with my Corn Warriors. But even with that, and all those units lost, I think I was still ahead with 2 Hell Cannons and a Sorcerer, and some other stuff, and a Chimera, and my BSB, who is right there behind the dragon. But he kills him. Sucks! And over here, at least he helps me with 35 points as his Spear Chugger destroys itself. Yeah. That's something. And in my turn 6, I finally killed the remaining Dread Spears, and I can't do anymore, but just because they would have done it if the battle had continued, I turned to face the shards, the spears. The dark shards. Over here, my Hell Cannon misfires, and it eats the remaining 2 crews. So, well, doesn't matter now. Oh, I'm sorry, that was that combat before, with the Hell Cannon that turned to face his dark shards was in his turn. So this was the Hell Cannon that then misfired in my turn, and then my Exalted Hero and my Hell Cannon charge his 10 dark shards, and they kill 5. A Hell Cannon with its Thunderstomp and 5 Strength 5 attacks, and its 3 crew members with Strength 3, and an Exalted Hero that reroll failed rolls to hit, and a Strength 4 mount. Everyone wounding on 2s, and I kill 5. I flop and I roll 1 for Thunderstomp or something, and it's just, ugh. So they're steadfast, the Dragon Lord is within 18 inches, and they stay. Ugh. That's, well, okay, it's only 5 less models killed, but it's just a little humiliating, really. And that was the end of the game. Sorry. So, that was it. They had 1,277 points left, and I had 1,427 points left. So both of us had killed he had killed my general. Oh yeah, I lost by even more. Or they lost by even more, but they had killed my general and a banner, and they had taken a banner, but I had taken 2 of their banners. And I also killed one of their generals. So we just did it that I got the points for him. And we did it because he had 2 leadership bubbles, so he had some advantages by that, and I could have gotten extra points for both. But we both killed a general and took a banner each, and I took 1 extra banner from him. So I win by 200 points. So a very narrow win for the Warriors of Chaos. I mean, for a 4,000 point battle, I'm not really impressed by winning by 200, but I am impressed of not losing when I had a total of 6 Chaos Warriors out of almost 60 left, and no Knights, no Skull Crushers. I mean, I literally, I had 1 Wound Chimera left, 2 Hell Cannons, and a total of 6 Warriors across 3 units. That was what I had left. and a BSB. And at that point, my 4 of my warriors and my 2 sorcerers, they were in close combat with Grimgore, Ironhide, and some Black Orcs. And I won. I mean, it was crazy luck with the dispel, but I mean, considering that, I was just, man, this just felt like a huge turnover. And it was a really bloody game. It was so bloody. Yeah, it was a great game, and my friends also had a lot of fun. Because it swung a lot in that direction, and Gork just smashing, just stomping unit after unit after unit. The pain. That spell is just so deadly. I don't know what to do about that when he just plays a sorcerer or shaman outside the unit and 6 dies it. That's just brutal. But anyway, I barely won, and we had a great game. So I hope you enjoyed the report, and yeah, look forward to the next one.